Hi, Rich Tehrani here. We're at CTIA 2010 in Las Vegas. Thanks for watching. On our program today is Harald Braun, who's the president and CEO of Aviat Networks. Harald, how are you?
Not too bad, Rich. Everything is okay. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Welcome back to the program.
Thank you.
You recently had a name change. I'm sure the viewers are very interested in hearing a little bit about that.
Yeah, right. We changed the name to Aviat Networks, and we actually did the opening bell in NASDAQ, January 28th.
I saw that.
And so there was a high energy event that was very good. And so we chose Aviat as a new name for our company. And actually we needed to do that because last year, as you recall, we declared on May 27th our Independence Day. So Harris did divest their shares, their 56% a portion of the share, which translated into 33 million shares. And so they divested that, and we were, my CFO Tom Cronin and I were on the road, and we actually were looking for new investors and found new investors. And so the whole thing led then to that Harris exited their positions, and with that we had a legal obligation to change the names, or change our name. And so Harris Stratex is now history, and we were looking for a name, and we chose Aviat because it has a connotation to aviation. So how do we work through the air, and how do we navigate customers through the air? And the name also suggests in the middle part you have via in there, and via in Latin is a way, is a path forward through the air, so that we can navigate customers through that. And there's a path which we can define. So it's a new name for a new brand name for the company. We can fill it now with life.
That's great. So the wireless industry we were just talking about a moment ago is continuing to grow, and there doesn't seem to be any slowdown, and that's good for business, right?
Absolutely. I think the drivers are still in place. Mobile broadband, as you see also here on the show, is the hot ticket on the street. In principle, what is worldwide known as the data tsunami is really erupting right now, and all the stats go into that direction and give us evidence for that. And of course also the LTE deployment worldwide, and I think also Verizon made an announcement when they are starting to deploy their networks. The drivers for these networks are in place, and we are in a very good space there, because the growth of mobile subscribers and the growth of smartphones or iPads and whatever mobile devices, high bandwidth rich applications are in place. And I'll give you just one statistic. There is 498 million data or application downloads right now. And this number is supposed to grow to 18.7 billion by 2014. And this is for me really the data eruption. This is where the tsunami starts. And 80% of this data end up in a mobile network. So, and that's of course good for us. So the drivers for business are in place, and we see it now worldwide. An uptick in this area. We are still not all regions are done and coming out of this macroeconomic.
You're just back from Asia, right?
I've just come back from Asia, and this is one of our best performing regions right now. And so lots of energy there. Southeast Asia, in India, in Thailand, they are coming now with the 3G auctions. Philippines, Indonesia. Australia, Optus is shipping away with their 3G deployment. There are new companies coming up and have also kind of a stimulus package, a mobile broadband stimulus package. So a lot of energy there. So actually Asia is our best performing region right now.
That's great to hear. And the U.S. seems to be coming back as well, right?
U.S. seems to come back. Yeah, we see some good evidence from the mobile operators. As you know, we have couple of segments in four actually verticals in the US, so mobile operators, but we have also private networks like state and local government business, utility companies, enterprises. So we have different verticals, and every vertical seems to come back. Mobile operators starting to spend, so I see that more second half of the year event. And you saw the announcements here on the show from big mobile operators, but also utility companies. And the stimulus money seems to flow in now into the industry here. There was a couple of announcements done with our company, where our company is involved. I created very early in the process, almost 2 years ago, a Go Stimulus team, and this seems to play off right now and play very well. So it seems to come back, but also new areas like smart grid, right, where we can backhaul the traffic, seems to be a good opportunity for us.
Absolutely, they seem to be, those areas in particular are certainly booming.
They are booming.
Lots of spending, there's government stimulus, as well as it seems to be an opportunity, just an organic opportunity without any stimulus for them to be growing.
That is correct, and they are really in a place right now where they have to invest, and they have never seen that in their past history. Actually, we had a circle with a couple of CEOs and CTOs talking to energy companies in an institution where I'm contributing, and we were the CTO was talking about that is one of the biggest projects in the US since 100 years. He sees, to create somehow an internet. It's a connotation to internet, right? So to create in principle a platform to exchange energy, so that we can distribute energy, that also the consumer can distribute energy, and then of course you need to communicate it and you need to measure it. So it's a total complex new world for them, and I think we in the telecommunication industry can contribute.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, we've got standards. I mean, there's been talk of the SIP standard in communications being helpful in the smart grid space, and other standards as well. But like you said, a lot of this stuff has already been done. It's already been figured out in communications. Right. Take that technology, take the equipment providers, and have them modify their equipment.
And that was exactly what we suggested. I said, don't invent the wheel new, because we have it already, and we can build on top of it, right? There are some concerns from them, and they wanted to have their own public network, and but I think we can contribute a lot to them. And we will see how that takes. But good opportunity, good opportunity. So the US is picking up. Still some soft spots in the world, right? Soft still in Africa. We have had a very good performing business. But over the last couple of quarters, we had really, access to capital in a lot of countries in Africa is not there where it needs to be, where it was last year, where we had really some good business going on. So. And then, of course, you had customer consolidation. You had consolidated. Right. MTN were looking for a partner. Zain was looking for a partner. It looks like Zain had now closed with Bharti, and we saw also in the last quarter that bookings from MTN did increase, right? And on the Zain side, I think Bharti closed the deal now with Zain, and it looks like that the assets from Zain in the Middle East will stay with Zain, and the assets in Africa will go to Bharti. That's how I look at it, and I think it's positive for us that they have clarity now, right? And I think now ready for business again.
That's fantastic. Well, we also know that at this show, the amount of tablet news that I've seen, just in terms of processors that now can do HD video, displays that are very bright but low power, mean that we're going to see a tablet revolution, which means that the need for backhaul is going to explode, not only because of the applications, but also because of the desire to be downloading on the go HD video.
I think for me that's the real revolution, which when you see that the consumer, like you and me, now we create the applications. We have the devices. We have the weapon in our hand, to communicate. And in the past decades, it was the other way around, that the telecommunication companies gave us the tools. Now we ask them for bandwidth because we have the tools. We get the tools from somewhere else.
That's right.
And it's a total shift in the consumer is demanding now, right? And I think that is very, very important because of the application growth, and we use the application, and we can create applications. And with that, it will be all on the go. With that, we have the possibility and the opportunity to work together in a different way, and it goes through the air. In principle, it's all mobile.
Absolutely.
Right? We see numerous examples of there's no internet access in a couple of emerging markets in this world, but they have all a cell phone, right? And when they have a cell phone, they can also have a tablet PC or whatever.
That's right.
Right. And they
so that's where they're going to go probably.
And then they have a mobile you have a mobile internet access, and then they work from their tablet. And you can also do telephone calls from that. I think this is a revolution in terms of applications which are running on these mobile devices, but not only the tablets, the car, your camera, whatever is mobile on the device can be a communication device connecting to a mobile broadband network, and I think that will be the trend in the next years, that everything is connected and that we can communicate with these devices.
So in the final 30 seconds or so, where do you want Aviat Networks to be in the next 5 years?
I think we are going to exiting our strategy. We're going to executing our strategy in terms of mobile backhaul, because this is the hot ticket on the street. This is really, that's what we're doing very well. We bought also a company last year to do the mobile broadband access on 4G. So we have that company now fully integrated, and also we're connecting ourselves to the core with an ASN or wireless service gateway and a cell site gateway, and we're working also with Juniper together on projects. So in principle we are now we expanded from IP mobile backhaul to the edges, to the access edge with 4G and also to the core edge, and then we have our service portfolio where we run also network with our telecommunication network management software. So I see myself as an end-to-end solution provider going forward, and helping people connect to the mobile broadband internet, coping up with the traffic on the mobile broadband tsunami. That's what the vision is of the company, and I think we are very well positioned there right now.
It sounds like it, and Harald, thank you as always for being on the program.
Hey, thanks very much for inviting me again.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.